That is so far from what I wanted.
Yeah, no, she wants to be a journalist.
Okay.
Oh.
I think we're live streaming. Do you want to check it on our? Okay. Just gonna have to carry around a computer.
So I snagged her. I said, we need help. We need
Yeah.
help. Is this good? Okay. Yep. And now she's here.
Okay.
You've been going for like Sac State or somewhere?
I go to school in Washington, D.C. I go to American University.
Oh, so you like travel?
Well, look.
You moved out here for a while just to do this?
I live here, so I moved to D.C. to go to school.
Oh, okay. Did you grow up in like this Sacramento or Rockland?
Hey there, just checking to see if anyone is watching us. Chip is here, and we have a Propeller 2 box in the back.
Hey, how's it going, Jared?
So I want to make sure everything is working right with the audio. Looks like we got at least somebody online.
All ready for the chip.
So let's go back and find it.
Baby or a stillborn or
All
somewhere.
right, seems to work.
Yes.
Yeah, just like you're having another
12 years gestation.
Are we on?
The 13-year baby. Let's go check it out, Chip.
All right.
You guys are welcome to come with us. It's a very expensive looking box.
It was very
Oh, let me get my
You should put a
computer.
bow on it.
Something, a
Are people watching now?
We have two.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. We have circuit boards that are ready to go on the pick and place, but it's going to take several hours before we can, put them, pick and place them and reflow them. So it may be several hours before we can actually try the chip out. Although I'm inclined to just solder one on a board and try to rough it and see if we can get it going before then.
Yeah, David wanted to load up a whole pick and place, but we have a stencil. So maybe
Yeah.
we could just put it on our stenciler and squish some paste on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I mean, if we can externally bring in the 1.8 and 3.3 volts, and then we can hook up a little prop plug. We should be able to get it to talk.
We just need to mount a chip and then a clock. And what else do you need?
We don't even need that. All we need is a chip and feed it the power supplies.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, we could
And
use
then we have
the,
to have a prop plug. Well, even if we can just get the chip on a board and feed it the power, we should be able to see signs of life on the double EEPROM pins.
okay, well, we
should
got,
see it toggling, trying to read a program in, and then we can hook a prop plug up and see if that communicates.
and we got P2D2 back there, so we have a board for it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go check it out. Let's go find this expensive box. It represents half of your engineering career.
Did that work on the table?
Yes. Yes, thank you. I did.
A little bit of a dizzy ride.
In here?
To the right, shipping. Hopefully we don't lose Wi-Fi on the way. Yeah, that's it.
This is it. Oh, good thing I brought my glasses. My lady glasses. All right, here. Doesn't even say who this is from. This is what On sent us. All right, so. Oh, thanks. Well, no, mess that up. Oh boy, it came with stickers. So here's the deal. Everything's vacuum sealed. You guys have any scissors anywhere?
Scissors?
Thank you. Okay.
Scalpel.
So cut it up. Okay. More
I'm
stamping.
so excited.
Okay, there's all this anti-desiccant stuff. I wonder if we should save this. We're gonna need we'll need a new bag, but.
Yeah, we
okay.
have.
We aren't going to do a waffle pack drop, are we?
No.
Okay. All right.
Picking up some viewers on YouTube now.
Now, I don't think they got this strapping at Harbor Freight. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna, okay, so this is garbage here, and then we'll open it up very carefully,
Upside down, sure.
upside down first, turn it right side up. Okay, there are 10 prototypes. Is there a camera here that can show this? Let's see. There they are. So we're going to build up some boards and then reflow them. It's going to take several hours to do this, but I'll see if we can just get one soldered onto board quick and then do some just basic signs of life checking. All right. Okay. I don't think we need these. Do we need these really?
No.
No, we're gonna build these quick, so we don't really need any of this stuff. Okay, here's the garbage.
You guys have any questions while we head to the next step? Anybody online want to ask anything? We might end this stream and then restart another one. Well, let's go in the manufacturing area and find the boards.
All right.
Just see what we got. We'll bring the computer with us.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Why are you taking off so quick? 13 years? Where's the party here? Oh, Jen's looking for the boards. Okay. Oh my.
Just noticed these. If any of you guys are interested, we have a special this week on refurbished propeller chips. These are Prop 1s. We have sorted leg arrangements. I don't know why these are here. Let's here.
These were a DigiKey shipment gone bad.
Oh.
They wound up sitting in some water somewhere in a wet box.
Oh boy. And they got ran over a few times.
Yeah. And someone took a hammer to them for fun. So let's follow over to manufacturing.
The boards are on the back table.
Got some badges here. And Chris is testing propeller activity boards. Oh, the WS2812 LEDs.
Right.
Cool. Did you see them light up?
Oh yeah, my eyes can barely see.
This is a workplace hazard.
Oh, yeah.
Blindness.
It is too.
How bright are they? Did you have to cover it?
They're bright.
We don't really need.
But when they fill, they're just
Awesome.
like a straight white.
Oh my, you're doing a lot of activity boards today. So let's go back to Chip, see what he's doing. So what all we got?
That's something. The boards are right there. That little factory there.
Oh, that's them. I recognize
So
them.
these are the boards
Those
right
are
here.
P2D2s.
Right.
It's a great name, isn't it?
P2D2. Let's see here. So we're gonna run these on the pick and place. These are thin boards.
I'm started with you, Chip. Like maybe just put one on there, and
Yeah. Okay. So there we've got.
you can get David.
Boy, this chip is so small, really.
And this
Lots
is
of
Peter's
pins.
board, right?
I think so. Yeah. PBJ. Yeah, Peter
Yeah.
Jakaki, that would be. Right on. Okay, so let's see. It looks like pin 1's up here. And oh, there's lots of parts, Peter. You made a very tight board here. Okay, so maybe we should just try to. Peter, are you on this thing by chance? Can you answer a question?
Tom wants to see one hand built. Of course he does.
Okay. We will. Yeah, I assume, of course, Peter's got all the powers common. So if we hand solder one of these, we should be able to just do some simple checks. But boy, there's a lot of bypass capacitors on here.
A lot of caps. We have all the parts too. I think David thought we'd put these on the pick and place, and we can't do that. We have enough probably enough tape to do it.
So these are all the, these are our parts.
These are the
so we don't have
components,
full
yeah.
reels. Are these going to
No.
run through the feeders okay?
No, I don't think so. I think the idea was we were just going to use the stencil
Oh, and then hand place the
and hand
parts.
place them.
Yeah, that's what we'll have to
I
do.
don't think David knows we only have.
Yeah.
Should
We're
I
not
go
gonna,
get David?
Yeah, this isn't a pick and place thing.
Do you want to stay here and talk to these guys and I'll go find David?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna, the plan was to run this on the pick and place, but all of our component tapes are like this long. They're not gonna fit on reels and all that. So we will just try to, use the stencil and then hand place all the components, and then we can have one going pretty quick that way. There's a lot on this little board. I haven't really studied it too much. Just been working on the interpreter, not really thinking hardware for a while. So apparently we've got all the voltage regulators, and let's see, where's a prop plug on this thing? It's got to be one. Why this is such a tight board.
Okay, here's the deal. David says we can run the pick and place. He is getting the solder paste form and doing the pick and place setup file right now. And he's going to have it ready before we go to lunch. And then after lunch, before we leave, he'll also warm up the oven. Then we come back, we could do the pick and place setup and feed him.
Okay.
So he thinks that'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So if we hand solder one, should we do that? We could.
If you can,
I mean,
don't know how
what I'd
hand
like to
solder
do
that
is
pitch.
hand solder it and then just kind of ohm it out
Cool.
and make sure that we've got, power and everything in the proper places. I could even do that before we put a chip on.
Fine.
We've got, let's see, lots and lots of bypass caps. Oh, lots of them.
Are all those caps necessary?
No, they're not. To do like a kind of a high speed test, they might be, but just to bring it up shouldn't be.
So you could just check that all the grounds are right.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get a pin out in front of me. I don't remember the whole pin out. Just know the corner pins. Okay, so I wish Peter were on here. Peter, are you watching this? Let's see. This is probably superfluous.
Well, we don't know if they have audio because they've not confirmed it.
Yeah. This might be boring for a while, guys. It's funny seeing this little thing in front of me. It's so small and there's so many components. It's a little overwhelming. It was always big on the screen. Let me ask someone something. Hey, did you have anyone here? Is like Terrell here today? You know? Okay, he's our super soldering guy, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, looks like we might just wait for the pick and place because we can do this all at once and do it right. Hey, Roy. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this, we're going to go through the whole procedure and we're going to build this on the pick and place machine. We're going to use our solder stencil and hand place the components. Unless David really thinks we can run it on the pick and place, but I don't see how that's going to work. I think we're going to have to hand place the components and then reflow it, and then we'll be able to try it out. I need to look at a schematic for this board too and just see. We should be able to hand solder one. Our super soldering guy Terrell's gone today, so I could solder it, but I'm a little out of practice. But we have a nice magnifier we can work under. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to hand solder one, Ken. Okay?
Whatever you want to do.
Let's see.
This is the
That's the
P2D2,
schematic.
yeah, so.
Oh, okay, let me see. Okay, so we've got the chip. 12 megahertz crystal. Okay, let's see. Too bad we don't have jumpers on this board where we can interrupt the 1.8 and 3.3 volt supplies to put an ammeter in the middle. Can we have some power supplies here, right? They can deliver like some digital power supplies?
We do. I can go find one. You want a good benchtop one?
Yeah.
Like, where do you want to set up?
Maybe in that office. Maybe out here. I don't know. Okay, so I should even try, to make sure they got the pin 1 indication right. Oh, wait, how do we know that they got pin 1 right? I'm going to have to ohm the chip out before I solder it on the board to make sure that. Okay, good. So he's got the pin out on this schematic. All right. Let's see. I'm going to move over here and try to get this set up. How does this whole thing turn on? There's some kind of.
This is not just any normal ASIC. For those not familiar with what you're looking at, this is the Propeller 2 first run from On Semiconductor.
How does this thing turn on?
Carrier knows.
Is this where he does the surface mount soldering?
Yeah, so it goes right here.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right.
It really is history. Do you guys want to hang around, or should we terminate the live stream and then come back when we have something more notable to share?
You could just let it run. I
We
mean,
just
maybe they can watch the Kavanaugh circus or something on another thing and keep this.
it's either us or Kavanaugh. What's more exciting?
I'd say do both.
Let it run. Okay, you guys. It's going to be a productive day in your office, isn't it? Red verse.
All right.
He's funny. I don't know if you've met Red before, Chip.
No.
He's a Propeller user I met at DEF CON.
Cool.
He made a really cool badge with a colorful display. Roy stayed home. Since Chip's going to be working and you want to keep this rolling.
Can you? Where's a little vacuum pickup?
The vacuum
pen?
pencil.
There's that little squeezer thing that picks up chips. Too bad we don't have a good little macro camera.
Well, this will work. Oh, Kenneth would know. Oh, you're going to school.
Whoa!
Do you know where the vacuum? Look what we have.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Look what's
Do you
here.
have it? I know.
Do you
Those
have
are awesome?
a little pickup pen? for
Yeah, you know
this?
those things you squeeze and they have a little suction cup on them?
Yeah. So he's going to Kenneth is going to a Python class, and when he gets back, he could also help us. Okay, with David. Are you coming back after class?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll be back.
I need to go to a Python class. It's an hour.
We can show some of your expertise.
Cool.
This is what he's looking for.
Okay. Super.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Okay, so this thing, it's a big squeezy.
Have a good class.
Yeah, we'll see you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I got the chip on the. Take it over to here.
Oh, hey, we got Jeff here. This is good. Jeff is here for the full loop on Parallax history because he's been here since day one.
Awesome. Ooh.
Lots of familiar faces. Maybe while Chip works, I can get your guys' input on another project I'm working on. I'm checking out these wave share displays and want to know what you think of them and whether or not we should try to support them with probably some C and some Blackley. So I'll go get that.
I got a little box here that says beeper. I assume this is some kind of continuity meter. Yep. I'm just going to check the chip. Let's see. There's our little pickup. Make sure that we got this marked okay for pin 1. I mean, the chip's pin 1 is where we think it is. Okay, so I should see continuity. Okay, so let's see. VDD is on pin 2. And pin 76. So, all right, that would mean here. Yeah. Now, does that mirror or does it rotate? Is there any symmetry or is that an isolated case? Also on this pin down here, on the corner.
You guys want to see that a little bit closer? I'll give you a quick look.
Well, the beeper here works through the wiring on the chip. So it looks like we know where pin 1 is. It's where it seems to be. So then we'll take the board right here, a little squeezy thing.
We don't have a lot of these.
Okay.
So while Chip messes around with that, I will call your attention to regular business. And want to know what your thinking is. Oh, by the way, Peter Jakaki's here if we need him.
Oh, cool, Peter. Okay.
What do you guys think of these? I'm looking at supporting this, Blackley, and probably Spin 2 if some forum members help out. These are 4.3-inch e-paper displays. I know they're nothing new. I picked this one up because I saw it on WaveShare's site, and we are a WaveShare distributor. And I thought the price was quite reasonable. And they've been continuous in their supply of the OLEDs. So you like these, Roy? So the sweet spot is this one color, black version. These are the cheapest, but we can also get 3 color for $20 or $30 more. Maybe we do both of them. Would you be interested in us supporting something like this? And Roy, maybe you could tell us, how was the coding interface? Could you see it being done in a way we could code it up easily and provide a high-level interface for Blackley? Go ahead and type your comments on that. I'd love to know what you think. So just visited David Carrier's office, and he wants to be left alone while he gets the pick and place file ready and warms up solder paste. So I just surprised him with that today because I thought Terrell was here, but Terrell has a day off. So we called on David.
I'm just trying to get this thing very touchy.
Do you not want the stencil?
No, I don't need it.
We're going old style. How would you guys like to look into the Mantis and get a closer look?
Is that possible?
I don't know. Do you have to you close one eye? Can you look through it?
I'm not sure. Oh my goodness, this thing just looks. You can show that. I put some flux on it. Maybe you can see through it. Get the try to look through.
Okay, this is going to be really, really tricky.
You got to open this all the way.
Yeah.
And then go like this. And let's see. Hold on. That
I think
camera-
here,
hold
there's
on.
I can get it closer.
I don't know if that's
Here,
working.
do it this. Oh, then it's going to be obscuring the.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh well.
See if I can start to reflow it.
Let's get the idea.
Yep.
Okay. I went up to the front office and everybody's watching this live stream in our office.
You know what's funny is there seems to be a scale problem. There's a scale issue between the package and the PCB. They don't quite match up. It's not enough to cause a critical error, but they're not. It's like the package scale is smaller than the PCB scale for the LAN pattern.
But do the pins reach the pads?
Yeah, the pins get on the pads, but like from end to end, they're almost coming off.
So you almost have to bridge it with solder.
Well, no, I'm just saying that what I'm saying is that the circuit board is bigger than the chip slightly. Like the scale was off by like fraction of a percent.
You guys catch all that? Did you hear that, Jeff? Scale of the circuit board is just
Well, tell Peter.
yeah, Peter's here, slightly increased
Yeah, so I got to
from
really,
the chip package.
I've got to finally position it so that I get coverage. Okay, it looks like I'm there.
But these chips are not what I would normally expect from a packaged chip. I could bring them a little closer to you and you could check them out. See, when you look at the top of the chip, it's sort of wavy. It's not a flat top you've normally seen. Here, I'll give you a closer look. I think so, Dave. I think that's because these are prototype and they're just probably very manually packaged here in the States in a low volume. Might even be an on-site facility at ON that does this. This is one waffle pack we don't want to drop. Most of us have dropped a waffle pack here at one point. And we didn't sell those chips after we dropped them. Yeah, I think you're right, Roy. To me, it looks like the top of the package is almost like epoxied on manually. Oh, we're picking up some Parallax old timers on this stream right now. How nice to see them.
All right, I got the chip tag down. I just got to add a little more solder now. You know what though? Every one of these pins is soldering up just with what's on the pad for the LAN pattern. For the LAN.
You mean on the PCB? So the PCB pads have enough solder to attach the chip?
Right. I'm just reflowing them. I think it's okay, but maybe I should add a little more. I'm kind of scared. How do we add solder here? I want water soluble so we can clean it after. Here's some super fine solder. Let's see here. We'll put more flux on. Water soluble flux.
You guys want to get a closer look? Chip just found a really fine solder. Seemed like the pads had enough, but he's gonna put a little more on there.
You know, I'm just going to glob it, where I'm going to walk it around. Yeah, that seems to work better.
Just glob it. Well, should we give Chip a little break and go see what's going on up in the front office for a moment? We can see people who are watching us. Yeah, I don't want to. You're right, Tom. We don't want to bump him. We'll give him a little bit of a break to work.
Yeah, go ahead.
And we'll just get a look at what else is going on around here. So it's kind of a quiet day in production, but Chris is here testing a lot of stuff. Hey, Chris. In particular, we are doing a pretty good run of Propeller activity boards, which we're going to, looks like we're doing all the through-hole parts right now on the selective solder machine. This is the best machine next to the pick and place in the office, in my view. So it made through-hole popular again inside Parallax. So I bet Chris will get those going this afternoon. Maybe we should just go through shipping and make sure we got some robots going out the door today. Are we shipping robots today?
Some.
That's,
Activity bots.
some is good. Propeller ones in there. We had a really good month this month. You guys kicked butt. And we'll go back and we'll check on Mark. Hey, Jen.
Hi.
Mark is kitting some stuff up. Let's see what he's doing. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Jen.
What are you building?
Bobot?
Bobots.
Yeah.
This is where it all started. For those joining in, it started with the basic stamp, in my view. And the Bobot is largely responsible for the financial power behind the Propeller 1 and Propeller 2. And this guy, Mark, has built well over, how many robots? Robots.
Yeah.
He just does it all. And his helper, Sam, is not here. He's the most efficient person in the office doing the most difficult job. So he builds them and we ship them. As you can see, it's school season. We're out of robots. So he's going to be very, very busy. You guys got any questions yet? Anything in particular you'd like to see while we cruise around the office? Maybe take a stop at the DEF CON badges. It's our first DEF CON badge. Hi, Steph. And here's our second one. These are all talking to each other, and they have been for a number of years now. So the Uber is sending out his badge pattern to the other badges. But he seems to have gone dormant. Heading up front. Been around since day one.
Internet.
Makes it happen.
I'm gonna hang up the phone.
Hannah and Kate,
Hi.
they're having a meeting, so we'll just say hi to them.
Hello. That's cool.
You're a little delayed now.
A little delayed now,
Yeah.
but it is working.
So it's on Hannah and Kate right now, not us.
Okay. Hey, Bonnie.
Hi.
Cleaning up problems.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to do.
This is the total fix-it man,
Hey,
and he teaches classes too.
I do.
Can you show off the
It's kind of worse.
Pick him up because he's so cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if it doesn't work
It
yet.
still needs a little bit of work, but
This is Miguel's contribution for the animation kit, and he didn't know I was
Yeah.
coming by, so he's got work to do. But
there you go. It's got a little speaker back here playing the Monster Mash. It's about to go off now.
it's looking good.
You'll
get
it
a
needs some
dial.
work. I think Hannah might have to do this again, but it's coming along.
It takes
This Monster
time.
Mash. You hear it?
Oh, I do hear it. Hang on, let's see if we can get that on the audio.
It's coming along. A little bit long, a little bit more.
And then there's another person who we can't bother because he's doing pick and place files right now. That's David. And he's got his headphones on. And we just need to feed him at the right time and give him a break. At that point, the live stream will stop. But that's okay because when he comes back from lunch, Kenneth Glass will be. Kenneth also is proficient with the pick and place, so we should be able to get that done pretty quickly. Kenneth has gone to his Python class right now. We'll have to take a break at some point too, so we can get chip lunch. How's the soldering going, Chip?
Good. We just got one more side to do.
We just did a little tour of the office.
Right.
And Jeff, to answer your question, once we end the stream, they are posted as videos. And that's my understanding how this works on YouTube. So you will be able to come back and view it later. Jason, I agree with you about the laptop being a good camcorder, especially a MacBook, because they're super heavy. And you can't jostle them around like a phone. Oh, guys, we have a problem. My power supply is getting low. So I'm going to go find a power supply. I hope there's another Mac power supply here in the office. Be back in a flash. Andy, yeah, do a little narrative for the video stream.
Let's see. I think I'm on the second to the last edge of the chip. Boy, there's some little. Watch these little tin whiskers form up. You got to reflow 2 pads at once in order to melt away the whisker. There's a big old booger. I got to get some way to. Do we have any? Andy, do you know if we have any of that copper braided tape that you can use to absorb?
I think we do.
Just need a little bit to pick up this last blob.
Yeah, I remember using copper braided tape back here. But where it's stored, I'm not sure. So I know a few places to check.
Extra Mac power supply in your office? That's the one you're using. It's on your big machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can grab that though. I mean, it's got enough power to keep it going for a while.
For like an hour while I recharge.
Yeah.
Almost got this last blob off.
Before I ever find the copper braided tape.
Well, I have it. Boy, it's persistent.
Sorry about that.
There, I think I got it. All right.
Yeah, it's not where I remember it being, so it's a good thing.
Okay, I've only got one more row to go.
You got it?
Yeah, so we got an hour. I'll take it back to you.
Okay. Yeah, it should be able to last that long.
I had trouble setting up my surface to be productive. How's it going, Chip?
Really good. I'm on the last row now.
Last row. Any bridges or?
Yeah, that's what takes the time is getting rid of the bridges.
Bridge removal.
Almost there. Now I just clean it up a little bit.
By the way, Peter, thanks a lot for the P2D2 boards.
Yes.
These saved us some time and work, and I don't think there's any time to think about making one anyway over here. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
What is the soldering station Chip is using? I will check. It is an Ursa Icon 1 set at 752 Fahrenheit. So there's Andy and Christina's here. They're all checking it out.
But I'm going to wash this thing. Do you have little wipes to like clean the...
You want some alcohol wipes? Or what
Yeah.
type would you like?
So this is the alcohol, and I'm looking for the wipes. They're right here.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And there might be
Are there... Oh, okay.
some of that braided tape might be
yeah.
too.
This is like a little rag or something.
You want solder wicking?
Yeah.
Here. I just thought I'd clean up the little workspace here. I got flux all over everything. All right, now I'm going to wash this board and we'll look at it.
I know.
You guys want? Andy knows his way around here pretty well. Thankfully. And you don't think
No, this is the DI water right here.
that epoxy?
Oh,
Whoa, Chip!
I just got myself all wet.
That's the first injury of the day.
All right. Looks like I need my pants here.
He's wet on the front.
All right.
Sorry, Chip.
That doesn't matter. All right, so this is nice. This stuff blows up and we have a clean board. So, okay, where's our air? Here we go.
Hey, Christina
Alright,
got
now,
you a rag.
let's,
Dry yourself off.
Oh, I'm good. I'm okay. All right. Now, maybe.
Oh, Andy, I got something to show you. I'm looking at. This is the WaveShare e-ink display.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
check it out.
You and Dave were
Yeah.
talking about. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So he'd like to need another one, but before I go to an order, maybe the three of us can chat
Sure.
and just see.
I'm gonna reflow this just a little bit.
Yeah, because I'd like to know what their private protocol is, because it may be something that we can easily put together.
Or
it
they
may
don't
be
want
a
it. Yeah,
big problem.
exactly. Yeah, so that's what he said. The protocol is an issue. I'm like, well, whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Maybe they're looking for some
got it. Okay.
You guys want to ask Chip anything while he does this? Red says he's never been brave enough to watch a PCB before.
Oh, yeah. Now, everything, if you think about all these parts are hermetically sealed. They're designed to work through like water. It used to be like even vapor degreaser proof. These days, stuff's made a little cheaper so that it can't all survive the old cleaning ways, but those aren't in use anymore anyway because they're deemed, what's that word?
Leaded?
That or like environmentally bad.
Hazardous. Prop
So-
65 or something.
Yeah, to save the environment, we don't really get good solder connections anymore. Used to be that everything would come out of the vapor degreaser totally shiny, and beautiful.
So
Now the solder formulations aren't so good, and the cleaning.
Chip's talking about the cruddy state of solder, and Andy's busy helping him get some alcohol and some wipes so he can keep going. And this is what Chip's doing right now. He's putting the P2 onto the P2D2 board from Peter on our forum. So it was really nice. We didn't have to make a board. 6 of them just showed up here. And then after lunch, we're hoping to surface mount a couple of these. So Chip's thinking is by mounting a chip now, he can possibly see if it's alive, perhaps by hooking a power supply to it. We'll find out what his thinking is in a little while. But he can definitely more easily probably check for some shorts and things.
Okay, so I struck out on the braided wire.
Yes,
Oh, don't worry, we don't need any more. I got it. I just, in time, it just kind of cleaned up on its own with enough. Okay, so now.
Andy's looking for some solder wicking wire so we could.
No, we don't need it anymore.
We don't
Can
need
you
it,
get
no.
the camera here?
Yeah, let's go check it out. And bring the
looks like
power
it's
supply. Okay, we're gonna try this again, guys. Sorry we don't really have the right setup. A little more space, Chip. Could you
Oh,
grab
yeah,
my
yeah.
power supply so it doesn't fall on the table? Okay. Serious computer.
Can you get anything?
Maybe. It's so hard because I can't see what they see.
Hey, you know what?
Maybe not. Well, why don't we just do this?
Wait.
Let's
Watch
just.
this. Watch this.
You want to go upside down?
Yeah, if we go upside down, we look into this thing.
Go up. Raise it up a little bit.
All right, my glasses just fell in.
Almost. We go closer. And then up a little bit. Right there, I think. Not working so well. Why don't we do this?
Let's do this.
Yeah, just put the
Here. There. Is that blurry or is it?
that works.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I think we got it soldered okay. Now, okay, here, Ken. Oh, this thing's hot.
Mind if I take a close up of it?
Yep.
Okay, I got it.
John, we don't have such a printer.
Here, I got
We
it.
just have this machine
Here.
right here,
Well, it'll take us-
which is our automatic stenciler.
Let's see if we got anything.
And it works okay. We know we have to replace it pretty soon. You know, definitely while we've been building and designing P2, some of our manufacturing equipment has been in need of a potential replacement, like the assembly on here. Actually, this still works great. And it works really well because we have an operator that takes care of it. And we just replaced 3 motors on it, and it runs like new. But I think the machine's 15 years old.
You're telling the focus right there. Yep. But it's not.
Try setting it down on the table.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's a good photo.
That's a
Okay,
beautiful
now,
photo.
so that's a lot of glare. Okay, so.
Hopefully you guys like that picture.
Okay. So now, okay, Peter's still on board?
Too many.
So.
And Joe
Okay,
Grand
now,
just
Peter,
joined
what
us.
we need to do is we need to pull off ground, 1.8 volts and 3.3 volts, and then we need to get the connections for a prop plug.
So he's going for 2 voltages he wants to identify,
Uh,
and then prop plug programming
yeah, we
connection.
got to get it so we can hook this to a programmable supply.
So you need a real power supply, right? I'll go find one.
Okay.
I'll be back in a little bit. Gonna go find a power supply. You guys want to come with me and choose a power supply, or do you want to stay here with Chip?
Stay here with me. All
right.
Go and get it. I'll be
Okay, I'll be right back.
okay. So, oh boy, I'm sorry. You guys are typing so much, but I'm not really seeing here. Let's see. Did you get that ground pad? So, oh, no, I didn't solder the ground pad. You know what? That's a stumper. Okay, where are these circuit boards at? Let's see, where did they go? Okay, so Peter, just tell me, how do I solder the ground pad? Do I go at it from the back? Let's see, Peter. Oh, you say, oh no. Okay, let's see then. No, we're okay. You know what? As I look through the back of this thing, there's a big hole, and I can see the bottom of the chip. I can see the exposed pad on the chip. In fact, let me pull up the chip just to look at it. Yeah, big ground pad. All right, so I think I can touch that thing with the, yeah, the larger hole in the center. Okay. It's needed, the ground pad is needed for conduction and heat dissipation. But for this case, you know, okay, so I see at the back, looking at the back here, I can see through the circuit board, I can see the back side of the chip. So if I get this thing, this fine point,
You want this power supply set up here, Chip?
and I need to like
Do you wanna-
melt a bunch of solder into this.
Are you going to want to move your shop, or do you want to stay back here today?
Oh, that's good. We can just, well, eventually we'll have to do something. But okay, so I'm going to put flux in that hole, and I'm going to see if I can just feed a bunch of solder into it with this little thing.
You want the power supply set up, though, right?
Yeah, yes. And is that a dual output? Yeah,
Yep, it
the
is.
digital. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go. I'm going to try to get the. It's going to take a lot to heat this thing up. We can certainly do this, even if we have to just reflow it in the oven. Why am I not seeing any? Okay, I got some flux on it. This thing's hot. Okay, it just takes a lot. It's going to take some time to heat this pad up so that I can then get it to reflow. I should have put some solder paste down there. I'm gonna feed a little into that hole. We're gonna need a lot of heat for this.
Are these micro grabbers going to be okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, there. Putting the solder down in the hole.
Got the power supply. Got the grabbers. Just missing a cord.
So on good idea on circuit boards, make this hole a little bigger so you can get the whole iron tip down in there, and make sure you get, you can touch the iron to the back of the package. Okay, now it's kind of reflowing and spreading out more. Really gonna. We should probably be hitting the. Well, you know what I could do? I could always use the ohm meter. Oh wait, we don't really know, do we? There's only one ground connection. Yeah, I'm just heating the bejeebers out of this thing, hoping it heats up the package. And do we have a heat gun there?
Yes.
Okay, turn that thing on.
Okay.
We're gonna have to get the top of the chip while we keep the back heated up too.
Okay, for the fans out there, this model number is a Weller WR3M. That's a heat gun, right?
Yeah.
Oh, or this is. Yeah.
Mm,
No?
That's, I don't know what, but just get something that's blowing some hot air. That's a suction. That's a suction. So we need that thing to blow hot air. Just make sure it's blowing air.
Oh, yeah, it's blowing hot air.
Okay, so here.
We could dry your pants with this
You
one.
hit, oh boy, I wonder if the whole package can take this. I guess it can. So Ken, look, I'm going to hold this on the back. You shoot the front of the chip with that thing. Wait, let me get tweezers. This is hurting my fingers.
Are we doing reflow right now?
Yeah, we're trying to get the back plane.
How close do you want it?
All right, just hit it.
How close?
But no, get the whole front of the chip. Just hit the face of the chip.
Okay, warming up the package.
Yeah.
I don't know what temperature. It says 950. Is
That's
that possible?
Good. Yeah. Oh, it's hot.
Want me to back off a little bit?
No. I'm gonna get it down. Hit the broad face of it. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Let me get this thing. Let me make sure we got this. Yeah. Now I hit the face of it.
Face.
Wait. Angle it away from me. Yeah. Get up there.
The problem is we're warming up chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. We really get close to it.
So I'm about a centimeter off of it. Is that about where I should be?
Yep.
I'm trying to aim for the middle of it here. I don't know. Christina bought us an alternative, but it's not hot enough.
Oh no, that would do it.
You want to try that?
No, I get out of that's out of control. But who knows? It may come to that, or it may just run it through the oven. We'll see. Okay. Thanks.
Did it reflow?
Okay, let's see now. Let me put some more flux on here. Oh yeah, it's boiling flux. Let's see here.
Oh, so what we're really doing is getting the ground pads. Is that right?
Yeah, we're trying to
Not the IO
get the
pins.
bottom of the chip to take solder.
think I might have to bring this a little bit closer. So what's going on now is we heated up the top of the package to get the bottom of it.
Yeah,
to
see,
fasten to the
we
board.
got that heated up and we put flux and solder down the middle hole. If that hole were like a hole 0.1 inch, that'd be great. Then you can fit the iron tip in there and know that you've got it. But it's a good thing, Peter, that you put some bigger hole than a via.
And you didn't melt the package either.
Yeah, okay, let me clean this off.
He's going back to clean things up. You guys got any questions? You could ask Chip. Thanks for lending us tools, eFormance Engine. Yeah, we're a little bit low key for the excitement around here. But hey, after you wait 13 years, you learn to be patient, right? So testing so far, Kelly, we haven't done much. I think Chip's just verified some of the ground connections are connected inside the chip. And I believe that test was already done on Semiconductor with their big machines. So my understanding is they have powered it up and done some preliminary tests. But I believe that what we haven't been able to test with them would be the analog part of the design. But we'll have Chip verify. Hey Chip, which parts could ON not test when they were doing their probing of
the analog? But they're going to cover that later because I made an analog self-test that they can run on their tester. And then if this thing works, we can get that I can make sure that the test program works, and then they can implement that on their test procedure.
So there's a back and forth here where they give us the chips and then we do more of a thorough test, and then we give it back to them with instructions, a test procedure that they could use on their big machines. Peter says he would have probably squeezed some flux in there first, and then maybe. I did.
Yeah, I squirted some in.
And we got Doggy Dog.
Cool.
We got some faces we haven't seen in a while. We know he has important stuff to do today. Oh, here. The secret weapon has arrived. He's thinking about programming a machine. He's turning on a reflow oven right now. We didn't tell him. Might be losing our connection. I just got a message from YouTube that our connection's going south. But David put aside the motor controller he was working on, which is our new 3-phase brushless motor controller using the hoverboard motors, which are really neat. And is getting the machine fired up. Just started up the reflow oven, and he's producing a pick and place file. But we're gonna have to break for lunch at some point here in this exciting day. And maybe Jeff will meet us too, since he's nearby, but he's not here.
Okay, so
Oh, gotcha.
Hopefully we've got a good electrical connection to ground. But okay, so Peter, the next thing we've got to do is I've got to get 3 wires off this thing for ground, 1.8 and 3.3, and then we've got to have ground P63, P62, and reset N for the prop plug. Okay, so I suppose there's a prop plug pattern on here somewhere, but I'm not really seeing it. So I suspect there's something we could just tie a header to. In fact, you know what? We need, did you have on your design here, did you put a pull-up on reset? First 4 pin on the left. Okay. On the upper left, And then let's see, the pull-up resistor on reset in. Oh, here we go. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. So you have like a 2x2 under micro SD. Hold on, I'm not. I see you got a reset circuit here. Okay, no, yeah, well, we don't have a pull-up on. We don't have a pull-up on reset N, do we? So Peter, let's see. All right, so Peter, I see on your schematic here, you've got a bunch of stuff here. Now that looks, it says serial. I'm not understanding really how this all works. I suspect this is not on the board, right? This is this representing what the prop plug is? Oh, 1357. Oh, okay, I got you. That's what you meant. 1357. And then you have got here. Oh, you've put some stuff in between. All right. Plug has it's like, what would you call it? An open collector drive here. It drops to ground. It pulls, the prop plug pulls reset N low. But what we need is a pull up on reset N. If I can just get, let's see. So I can tie, in other words, I can tie pin 5 right over to the reset N, but I got to add a pull up somewhere. Let's see. Okay, you're checking. Actually, you know what? To do a sign of life test, we really only need to get the power off this thing. If we've got, 3.3, well, we need to pull up reset too. We need to pull up reset. That's something we got to do. Let's see. Let me see if I can just trace this on the board. Get the beeper here.
Sapsoon, what you're looking at is the Propeller 2 unboxing and initial soldering to a PCB. This is Parallax's second chip, our very own ASIC, which Chip here has designed. And this one,
Everyone's up on the forum.
this was a 13-year process. There's a really good history of it on the forums. Peter Chikaki says a reset net, then the reset will be connected to pin 1B in the top left-hand corner. The resistor network. He says if we placed a resistor network, then the reset will be connected to P1B in the top left-hand corner.
Okay. Yeah, let's see something. Reset. Look at reset. Goes to here. Why did Peter? Why do you have reset going to the flash chip?
Perry Jeff it, but if he knew we were mounting this on a board today, he would definitely be here. Peter says it's not, Chip.
It's what?
He says it's not.
It's not what?
The reset's not going to the flash chip, I think. Here's
Oh,
your
it's
question.
not. Okay, so I see here the reset. It's the last pin. Let's see. Oh, you know, I'm getting problems with my beeper here. It's kind of the diode in the chip is giving me false readings.
Beeper was the name of my hamster.
I had to turn it around.
Beeper the hamster had 13 babies,
All right.
and the Propeller 2 took 13 years. Well, Jeff, maybe you want to meet us for lunch when we take a break, because we're waiting for some solder paste to come up to temperature.
Well, hold on. Maybe we can just get.
Yeah, not now. Not now.
A
little bit later.
I've got to figure out. Let's see. Is Peter saying anything? The first half. Yeah, I see the top left, 3.3 volts. What's Peter saying?
The first hole pad in the top left is right next to 3.3 volts.
The first half hole pad in the top left. What's a half hole pad?
So a pull-up can go across the top two holes on the left where it says resistor and 3V3C.
Yeah.
Jeff, that's a good question. I don't know if the scope has a video out, but I'll check behind it right now.
Peter, this is a 4-layer board, right? I'm not seeing everything, right?
Jeff, I don't think the scope has a video out. I'm going to look a little more carefully.
Oh, I see. No, it looks like it might be a 2-layer board. Yeah, you know, the trouble is on that solder, not the solder mask, the legend, it just completely smudged out in a lot of places. It's too fine.
Relax, this is Ken. Hi there. Oh, Karen. Yeah, who's calling, please?
Okay, I see where we can put a.
Let's call that our direct line and then her extension.
Oh,
Our
I
direct
see. A
line is
220 ohm
916
resistor pack is supposed to go here.
624
Got it. All right. Let me see here.
This is our educator hotline. I'm going to transfer. So, thank you. Bye.
Hold on here. Sorry it's taking so long. So reset in P63, P62.
Peter says he uses 220s on that.
Now P63.
Well, Jeff, next Propeller Expo. That's a good question. We're thinking about an activity in Rockland in April, which would be the Blockley World Summit plus Propeller 2 Expo. And we'd put the two kind of side by side. First couple days would be a lot of teachers and students and robots and presentations for education. And the second 2 days would be the Propeller Expo. So, yep. Hattie and Whisker, pack your bags. Chip, you still want to know how many layers in the PCB?
No, I think it's 2, right?
Yeah, we're going to find out. Sure, Jeff, bring the retro wagon. Even though I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm asking for when I say that. Where are we? We are in Rockland, California. Just, one person from France has joined us.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not seeing where we bring out. Okay, so Peter, I'm trying to find out. You said it's the upper left. There's 4 pads for a prop plug. One, 3, 5, 7. This is. I mean, am I looking for like? Are you talking about just these pins that happen to be right up in here? Are those the? Should I use one side of those? Yeah, okay, it's a 2-sided board. Got it. All right. Now I'm trying to find, though, the prop plug pins. Would they be right up here? I see them on the little resistor pack, but when I try to trace them out, I don't see them up above.
Peter says, yep, the top 2 left ones down on the side. Left.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, lower left. Okay, I see it now. All right.
Yeah, he's got it. Are those the square pads? I think this is just a brilliant name for this board. P2D2. Yeah, Jeff, maybe we'll have you do that if you don't mind. Bring some lunch over here. If it helps, I could call it into Faux Saigon and just get some stuff to go, because I know Chip's going to get hungry.
Oh, okay, so we go. What I'm going to do. I need to make like a little jumper here. right, so Peter, I found, let's see, I'm still not sure of the, let's see, TX. All right, what I got to do is I've got to get the reset pin pulled up. And let's see, where is that thing? Where does this signal go?
Hey, Chip, for lunch, how would you like the vegetarian faux Saigon number 58?
That sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to take
Thanks a
off.
lot.
Yeah, I'm going to go see what Carrier wants,
All
and Jeff is going to bring us lunch.
Okay, great.
That way you guys can keep working. And Jeff can come here.
So Peter, I'm looking at this thing and I need to get the RESN signal right to the prop plug pins. And I need to put a pull-up on it. So I'm looking at a via by that 220 ohm resistor pack where the reset signal, let's see. Yeah, there's a via right by Q1. And I don't see where that, I see, okay, it goes to that pad there. So that pad needs to go, I need to route that over to the reset, let's see. There's nowhere to conveniently solder bridge. Wait, no, there is. I can go, let's see, here to here. All right, there's two places I see I can do a solder ball and short those things out and get them where I need them going. And then I got to put a pull-up somewhere. Let's see, where's the pull-up? I've got to locate 3.3 volts. I'm just reading what anyone's written here real quick. Top left-hand pin is 3.3 volts, and the one under it is reset. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see, 3.3.
Chip, you're so busy that you forgot your phone in my office, so I brought it to you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Hannah, our intern, thinks it's kind of funny that so many people can hang out online watching this video.
It's like a SpaceX event.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Ready for-
things don't blow up, though. All right, so I'm trying to get I need to get 3.3 volts down there where I can put a pull-up resistor on. You know, why am I not seeing common? The 3.3 volts up in the upper left corner doesn't seem to go down to the lower corner. Peter, is there a let's see. Where? No, there's a text. Okay. There's two 3.3 volts. Okay. All right. Let's see the schematic. Okay. So you split them just so we could power the top separately. Now let's see, 3.3V, 3V3C and 3V3. Oh, I see what you did here. Okay, so you've got two separate regulators. All right, now do we need, no, I should be able just to use the upper one. Yeah, the lower one doesn't matter. So if I use a 3V3C for control, probably that should be sufficient to bring the chip up. So that one, okay. No, someone said the room should be full. No, it's just you guys and some of us here at work. See, this thing's drug on so long it became politically unviable within the company. But now it's here today, so this might be the beginning of something good. But you know, it's mainly you guys. Although the staff here today, I think, is pretty supportive of it.
Oh, David's showing up again. Oh, I like the looks of that.
Okay, so Peter, the upper left 3VC, that is control 3.3 volts. It's not the bottom one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
David, I ordered you some lemongrass chicken. Yes, top one, it says.
Okay.
So what's going on at the pick and place? What are you doing there?
Stored. Got the feeders. Some of the feeders set up. Some of them I need to with cut tape.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky because we're dealing with cut tape parts. Kenneth
Yeah.
is back, so that's good. We got a lot of skills here at the moment. So maybe we'll have Kenneth. Do you want to help him with feeder? Can you do feeder loading with cut tape? So
You want to load up those?
this is good. We got some mad skills right now between David and Kenneth. These two guys right here. So they're going to take these little 2 inches of cut tape parts and put them onto our feeders so we could actually do a pick and place job on this. So looks like they're going to work on loading the feeders, and
I'm gonna write the part number 2. On
work
the
together
long
on
end
that.
of It says on here. Hey, do we have one of those pens that does the measurement?
Oh, yeah.
The component measuring pen?
Yeah, it's supposed to be put in the, here's the-
A digital micrometer or something.
the pincher, right?
Yeah, it's a little
Is
pincher.
it like multimeter one?
Yes. Tiny little thing, a little LCD readout.
Check in that drawer right there. Might be in the drill drawer.
Wait, I see. It's underneath.
I don't even-
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks. Okay, so. Well,
Pretty
looks like this
s-
thing got smashed and taped back together.
Pretty soon we're going to have to switch the video source to my other computer because I don't have a Mac power supply. Oh, you should show that, Chip. Your sample of
Yeah, this is a little tweezer. As you tweeze parts with it, it figures out if it's a resistor, capacitor, or whatever, and it gives you a reading. Like if I go here, 7.5 microfarad, and what's that little guy there? That looks like a diode.
Resistor.
No, 191 ohm resistor. Here's an LED. What will it say here? Oh, it sees just the junction capacitance.
That's a neat tool. I didn't know we had that.
Well, look, it got almost destroyed. It got taped. I'm gonna have to put. Okay, we need those series, those 220 ohms. Hey, David.
Yeah.
Have you got those 220 ohm resistor networks, the little 4?
Yeah.
I just need one of them.
Here they are.
So what Kenneth is doing right now is taking these miserably small pieces of cut tape
Yeah.
and putting them into feeders so somehow we could run them through a machine and not lose parts. Is that the idea?
That's the plan. Yes.
Crazy.
Do you have?
I got C12.
These guys make it happen.
Hey, Chad, what's the reference?
The what?
Reference this.
Yeah, that's
just
Chip
says
working on the board.
220R.
That's who's talking to you. And then the other people here, I'm Ken. There's the other Ken. And that's David.
0402, 220 ohm resistors, that'd be okay too.
So what's going on right now, if
Probably
you
lose
just
one right
joined
there,
us,
it
is we have two parallel efforts going on. One of them is Chip is doing a minimal mount up of a Propeller 2 that just arrived today onto Peter's P2D2 board. And then these guys are prepping the pick and place with a small, miserable set of components on cut tape so we can actually robotically assemble a few more boards.
David, do you know if we
Yeah.
have this part? It'd be a 220 ohm 4-up resistor pack. So it has like eight legs. Or if I have 4.
Peter says any
This is
low
220
value.
Something.
220 ohm. No, see, these are single resistors. I need a 4-up resistor, so it's gonna be 8 pins.
Okay.
Oh, let's ask Peter.
0 to
Something I already
1K.
have in stock, huh?
Peter, thanks. Okay, you know the 220 ohm resistors, there are 4 of them in a row. Was that a resistor pack or was that 4 discrete 0402 resistors? That's a pack. Okay, so there's 220 ohm. So it's going to be 221. Do you see it on the BOM? If not, we can just use 0402s, 220 ohm, 100 ohm, anything. I could even just short them with solder, I guess. Let's see. Do you show a part like that?
I got it on the list of stuff that we ordered, so it should be.
So it might be here.
David's busy looking for those right now. Oh, Peter said there's a picture of the assembled board on the forums too, if you want to find that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm just. David, is the program done?
No, I just have the.
So, David, if we don't, do you have any idea if we have that part?
Oh, yeah.
Adam, I'll answer your question. So
Okay.
these are the initial prototypes that are manually assembled of P2
Stand them up on their
from
side.
on Semiconductor. Chip gets the opportunity to test them, and then he has some professionally packaged parts coming. And if all
I
goes
know what you're
well,
saying.
which
Okay.
we really
So
don't
do we
know
have a 4-pack?
because we've been here before with varying
So just some
success,
discrete 0402s. They can be
we will be in a
anything.
position of
100
ordering
ohm,
some
1
production quantities. But there's a lot of work to do with the
Okay. Yeah, I just
interpreter
need 4 of them. Actually,
and with
I need a
some
10K
hardware
also. I need to make
design
a pull-up on
and
recent end.
the propeller tool. So we have some parallel work to do, but I would say it's probably possible if everything goes well, we could have some chips here early January or sometime like that. But we have now a policy of not talking schedules because we don't follow them, and we know that surprises happen. So when it's done, it's done. So where are you now, Chip?
Just waiting
In
for
general.
these resistors. Okay, here we go. Thanks, David.
So
Okay.
Do you need another one too? Do you need another value too? Or just
Oh, no, this is good. We're going to need, I'll just need 4 of these.
Which part of the circuit are you working on, Chip?
These are too small. This is the there we go.
I don't know how he just did that.
This is just the, okay, here's this.
He just pulled the tape back,
Oh,
and
you
a
will.
bunch of little specks of dust fell onto the table, and he counted 4.
So amazing.
Here, someone smarter hold the reel. They are so small. I don't even know how Chip could see them while he's got the mantis.
Okay.
So he's currently placing the 4 resistors,
3.
3 on the left side of the board,
Because we only need 3.
up over here. Due left of the chip. These guys right in here. And what package size are those?
0402.
0402s. Little babies.
David said we got to stand them on the sides. 'Cause we don't have the pack.
Tombstone?
Oh, it's like it won't come off of the thing.
So those parts he's placing are among the smallest you would see here. I think there's some 0802s.
No, there's 0402s and there's 0201s, but we don't use 0201s.
But on our fly paper,
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. I just lost. Wait a minute.
and then behind me, David's starting some pick and place programming. He's done this before under pressure. I don't know how he does it. DEFCON 22, 24. Same with that guy. They just buckle down. Lab 6, we don't have an assembled board yet. I think there's one on the Parallax forums. But today, we hope to show you this assembled. Or should be tuned in to American technology. Okay, so Lab 6 sent a link of the assembled board. I wonder where you put it, to my email or? I know that YouTube takes links out.
Oh. Wish Terrell was here.
Yeah, we're missing today Terrell. We didn't know he'd be gone. Well, he knew he'd be gone. We just didn't check the calendar, and I don't think we knew we'd have chips, but
I could probably help out.
it's okay because we got Kenneth over there, and we got David,
It's so tedious
and
trying to
it's
get these
of course
0402s up
Chip.
on their sides.
Oh, yeah. Now you're doing tricks, too.
Yeah, it's just.
Roy, thanks for joining us actually for the stream. It's great to have your support.
And then melt the pad and drop the part.
Yes. That's kind of what I did, but I'm gonna need one more off that.
Here's the reel again. You want another resistor chip?
Yeah, but hold on.
Yeah, so these are 240 ohm, 5% tolerance, 16th watt 0402 resistors that Chip is placing by hand.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need one more.
Are these the prop plug?
Yeah.
If you guys have any specific questions while we work, I'm happy to ask them of the others or read them to Chip.
402 220s.
Pretty soon here we're going to have to switch computers.
Oh no, actually I have.
We will stop the feed and then restart it on another machine.
It looks like it's back. It's back on the circuit board. It's like two boards.
How was your programming class?
It's good. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of it.
A good day in programming.
It was a good day. It felt good because I was one of the only people that got the third question.
Cool.
Or assignment or whatever.
Kenneth is in a Python programming class at CR College. Well, while Chip works, I'll take you to studying feeders. So this is our feeder rack, which we load up in the warehouse, and then normally we have the luxury of having these full reels, which is really easy. So we load it up here, then just bring it to the machine, get started. But today, because we're dealing with just a super small build, we're dealing with these cut tape parts. So what you're trying to do is you're putting them into tape, and then you're using the tape that it
We have
came
to
on.
get the leader so that you see when I put it on here, it wraps back and pulls it open.
So you have
as
to
it
have
feeds
enough
in.
leader.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got any questions for Kenneth? Okay, I'll let these guys work for a minute and get out of their face, and maybe just give you another look at some other really neat stuff that's going on. So here's the Propeller activity board. It looks like a production run of a few hundred units. These are on the activity bot. This is the WX version, so wireless programming support, and support for the WX module, B slot. Please buy a bunch of these. Help us bring P2 to market. So it looks like we're stuffing them today. All these parts. we just drop in, and then we'll run them through the ACE selective solder machine. You got to be careful to get this right back in the right spot. There we go. Okay, looking good. And over here we have our badge tester. This is the new badge WX, wirelessly programmable. Has a lot of fun goodies on it. If you haven't seen it before, I should really go get one that's running. But the two top switches are rocker switches. You can press them, move them right or left. And there's an OLED that's monochrome. And it's got an audio output. Has an SD card on it, so you can do WAV file playback or store data. It's got some WS2812s, a reset button. This product has a lot going on between the prop loader, which probably has some of Roy's work, some of David Betts' work in the ESP2866, a lot of Jeff Martin's work, integrating it with Blockly, some work from Matt Matz, of course, from Andy. Andy Lindsay touches every project we ever do around here. WS2812s.
I got those 0402s on. So I got the series. I don't know if you see it, but these little guys right here. Let's see. Little 0402s. Just won't focus that close. Anyway, I just got to put a pull up on reset end now. We should be able to hook a prop plug to it. And then I will, I got to make the power supply connections.
So the power supply we get from the bench, and then you can put a prop plug. What about clock?
We can put that on later. We can put a crystal on later.
But you can run it with internal?
Yeah.
Okay. David doing some pick and paste programming. He's heating up the reflow oven. So it's very possible pretty soon the chip may be programming the P2. We don't know for sure. We don't get many chances to mess this up, do we? Kenneth is our machinist, and he is no stranger to this kind of work. So he first learned running these machines, our Haas mills. These are a lot of fun. And currently he's working with David on getting the building a three-phase motor controller to run those brushless motors that you see on hoverboards. He's also very good at these machines, the lasers, and of course the router here. This makes our larger robot parts. Here's one of my projects. That's my hybrid robot, but it now shoots fire. So this is the Haas SR100 router. Looks like the last project he was building here were the Arlo upper decks. And he does them 4 up at a time, has a vacuum hold down, and here are the blanks. I know it's kind of dark in here. I also got to be careful walking around because of all the HDPE that's on the floor. They're like little bearings. When I first started at Parallax, this was the only machine tool we have. And still fun to use. Sometimes you just have to drill a hole or flatten a part. Nothing like throwing it in the manual mill. But Kenneth, he's really good at organization. Just check this out. Now here's measuring tools, and people really respect what he does back here because of this. He's an absolute professional. All of his taps are organized, and everything that is labeled on the box is in the box. So if you come in here looking for cutting tools, guess what? Cutting tools. Yeah, so Allen wrenches, I bet that has. Yep. And on the top, he just kind of has as a little bit of a catch-all, but that has organization too. Anything he wants, we buy. Here he's doing some Elevate landing gear and then some Elevate motor mounts and some little wrenches. These are wrenches that we put in with our robot kits for holding the 440 nuts captive. And this is a part for the Scribbler 3. We actually laser these and send them to China, and it reduces the infrared bounce back inside the shell of the Scribbler 3 robot. So should we go back and check on Chip at some point? See how he's doing? See if he's letting smoke out? That's going to be some expensive smoke. Okay. How's it going, Chip?
Good. Now I'm almost there. I'm almost ready to hook a prop plug to it.
So when we get to that point of connecting a prop plug, we're going to switch computer stream. Hope that's okay for everybody. Right now I'm borrowing so he can borrow that for planning.
Let's see.
10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Okay. How about open up a prop plug to the Propeller 2? And we need to switch computers and restart the stream momentarily. So I'm going to end this one. Oh, I see Ben Heck is here too. Hi, Ben. More RAM, please. How much RAM is in the P2?
512K.
512K.
Oh, this is hub RAM.
Hub RAM. Any other questions before we go quiet for just a little bit? Yeah, we'll start with the new URL. I know you guys really want to see this. I'm sure that people took time off work, and we will definitely get back online as soon as we can. Depending on when Jeff shows up, we might have a little bit of lunch first. Okay, so.
I need a piece of wire wrap wire now.
Tynar type wire?
Yeah. So now I've just got the little prop plug on. I've just got to hook a pull-up resistor. Well, I got to wire reset end over to this thing and then put a pull-up resistor in place. Then I just have to connect the power supplies. Just get a ground, 1.8 and 3.3 volts out, and we should be able to bring it up and even talk to it with the prop plug.
Do you want to move to the front office for that?
Yeah, well, I got to solder it first.
Oh, okay, for the programming part.
Yeah.
We're going to stay back here.
Okay, we're going to need the power supply.
So
we're
over
going to
here,
need
your computer.
nothing else. Oh, what I'll probably do is put like a big local bypass cap across some of the solderable pins here. And,
I think we should stay back here because David will have and Kenneth are got the pick in place soon. So maybe we should stay back here for that.
Yeah, that's
fine. Is that okay?
Yeah, we just need a scope and that power supply. We should be able to see everything.
So to know when the Ben's asking about the architecture, still von Neumann? How would you describe it?
Well, it's kind of Harvard in that it can grab. It's kind of between von Neumann and Harvard, I think. It takes 2 instructions, or 2 clocks per instruction, and it uses dual port memories. We would have had to put a lot more dual port memory to get single clock execution. it would have actually tripled the number of 512 by 32 RAMs. And if we had a tighter process, that'd be no problem at all. But at 0.18, we're kind of pushing it. So we went with, a single dual port RAM for cloud memory, and then also another one for lookup table memory. And that gives us like 2 clocks per instruction, not one like we have on P2 Hot, but it all kind of works out at 180 nanometer better than a single clock instruction would have. We just need a tighter process to do it, which just more money. Just have lots more money, we can do it. But this is going to work out.
Barry's asking if the P2 has the streamer for external SD-RAM.
Yes. Yeah, this data, digital data, and it can also input digital data and stream it clock right into hub RAM.
We'll call this Gracie von Rocklin architecture. All right, so if you want to know where the link will be, all right. And if you aren't hearing Chip next time, I'll get the computer closer to him.
Okay, so some Kynar wire.
Okay, so a wonderful person just showed up. Good timing. So we will, that's Jeff. In case you guys don't know him, Jeff has been around here almost as long as anybody except Chantel. And he originally did our tech support, but since then he's designed every single possible piece of programming software, and he has all the secret knowledge on basic stamps and everything else and programming and testing Propeller chips, and he wrote a bunch of our manuals. So yeah, he's just legendary. Okay, so we're stopping the stream now, and we'll rejoin in a little bit. Thank you.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Oh, here it is. I hear. That's what you look